Hello everyone, my name is Hua Zhang and here is my student number. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Today my topic is for the articulated sensor globe for Australian Sign Language detection. Now let us look at my present outline. My present is consists of three aspects: introduction, literature review, and research design. In the section of introduction, I will talk about the background of sign language and the development of sensor globes and the importance of Australian Sign Language detection. So, what is sign language? As in human daily life, communication is a very essential element that language become a very important role. Using language may help people to build trust around, help people around to build trust and with each other. But for deaf and hearing impaired people, sign language is a mind and natural communication approach that widely used among them. Sign language is, but it is not. Sign language is not an international language, and it is not completely based on local language. So there are several distinct sign languages exist around the world. For example, American Sign Language, and French Sign Language and German Sign Language. So now let's talk about the sensor globes. Sensor globes is a kind of instrument that is the same way that what piano is also a kind of instrument. Inside the globes, there are sensors inside and may detect the performance of the sound or a character model, or in real time it may organize the sensor movement or experience models response. A large number of researchers work on the detection of sign language since very long time ago. Back to 19th century, a detection device called a hearing globe was tested by Helen Keller during her visit to MIT. This test played a very important role in the early information theory, and it raised interest in the field of tactile communication. In modern societies, sensor globes may be applied in many areas, such as TV sports entertainment and finger rehabilitation for people's health. Now let's talk about the importance of Australian Sign Language detection. According to researchers, on average, one Australian child is identified with impaired hearing every day, and one in 1,000 babies is born with hearing problems. So we can imagine how many people in Australia may suffer from this disease and how significant it is. So the sign language detection system is very useful, for it may detect sensitive motion and of hand and display what the signer may want to say to in a screen at a real time, and make it convenient for people to communicate with others to build contrast. So finally, I raised my research question, which is how to achieve real-time transmission using sensor globe for English Sign Language detection. Now, it's my literature review. So, as we talked about, my research question is how to achieve real-time transmission using sensor globe for English Sign Language detection. Here are the keywords of the research question, and all these keywords are investigated very carefully with a lot of a lot of evidence proved by different many researchers. The keywords are sensor globes, sign language detection, and in this case we only talk about English. The most important is real-time transmission. So how how do we do this research design? In this topic, we will design a sign language detection system that may achieve real-time transmission, and later we will talk about the methods we used in this design. So now you can see from the PowerPoint, there are two methods I used to conduct this design. The first one I will use a real-time protocol, and the second one I will compare and select the best QoS best protocol to improve the design. So firstly, I should research different categories of protocols, real-time protocols, and then compare all these protocols. After that, I may propose a new real-time protocol for my own design. This new real-time protocol should be used between the computers and the sensor globes, and it should be more accurate and more efficient, and has less delay while it delivering the data. With the second approach, we also need to evaluate and analyze different quality of service based protocols, discuss and compare the advantages and disadvantages of among them. Finally, we can select the best QoS best protocol for my own design. Finally, when we finish this design, the proposed design should be as fast as possible in normal conditions, and it continues working until the real-time service is satisfied. But if the real-time service is not satisfied, it should choose another pace with less nodes, and it ensures all the data it delivers are highly reliable and accurate, which make the detection result more convincing for the users. Also, there are some limitations and disadvantages in this design. First of all, this research has a limitation of position. The sign language we need to recognize is only English, but there are different sorts of languages among the world, and even English is not totally the same in different places. So it has the limitation of position. And secondly, this kind of system, including sensor globes with different softwares and hardwares, that might be very expensive. So not everyone may afford it. Thank you for listening to my presentation.